Feels pretty similar to my Genius climbing. If I could tell two things I know, if, for argument's sake, if I bought this bike, that would change right off the bat. It's the handlebar and the grips. Grips are too small for one, and I use ESI grips. They're really comfortable and they actually absorb a lot of the shock going up to my hands. And the handlebar, I'd want maybe 10 millimeter more rise. Handlebar isn't bad, but I could use a little more rise. So coming up pretty soon, there should be some more chunky climbing. So far, I think this bike climbs pretty well. I would say it climbs just as well as my Genius. Actually, kind of wouldn't mind adjusting the position of the shifters. Because of my RA, I don't have a lot of movement in my wrists. And the to upshift, I actually have to kind of try and move my whole arm down to get my thumb under there. But that's not a huge deal. So those of you who don't live in a desert environment, you are looking at spring in the desert. This is high desert. For those of you that don't live in the United States, not all deserts have those big cacti. Those areas are like the Sonoran Desert, which is down south, at a much lower altitude. I'm at about 5,600 feet. So, again, if you're outside this country, trying to think, convert to meters. Like 1,600 meters. Just spitballing out of my head. I think I could probably actually, just from that right there, I feel like I could take even more air out of the fork. So on my Genius, I actually have a little more air in the shock, rear shock, but less than you normally would in the fork. I try to keep my weight off my arms, so I'm kind of on my legs more than I am my arms, so more of my weight's in the back of the bike. So with my Genius, I've had it for almost 3 years now, 2.5 years. And it took me that first year of fiddling around to get the shocks where I wanted them. I think when I get to the top, I might Take some air out of the tires too. I forget to ask them if these are tubeless or not. I'm not really sure. So if there are tubes in here, I don't want to run too low pressure. Because I run tubeless on my Genius, and I run below 20 psi. Run back just for the extra cushion. Actually helps quite a bit. And this bike climbs pretty well. I'm pretty impressed. I have to say, after doing 2 climbs on this bike, I am pretty impressed. I think it climbs, actually might climb better than my Genius. Although I think my Genius is a little heavier in this bike, so that might play a role, but this bike climbs really well for how much travel it has. Even without locking the shocks, it climbs well. So I'm going to go down the Backspacer trail. I've been on these trails obviously with my Genius, but I've also, this particular trail I'm going down, I tried out the Santa Cruz Hightower LT on this same trail. It's a year ago, so it's not like I totally remember what it was like, but get an idea. I think I could probably still take some more air out of that fork. It still feels kind of rough. Of course, I don't know what I should check the dampening also. The corner's really nice though. Really hugs those turns. I hate off-camber turns. I always feel like I'm gonna slide right off the trail. That didn't feel too bad. I still feel a lot of, I think the grips are playing a role, because it just kind of hurts my hands a little bit. So that felt a little better. It still feels a little rough. Yeah, I'm gonna take like 20 psi out of this fork. So I'm not using anywhere near all of it. Feel kind of dumb after that. Thought I had it open. Yeah. It definitely feels like it's dampening the bumps more. Oh yeah. Definitely dampening bumps a lot more. Feels a lot better. I really like the way this bike feels around turns. It just feels like it hugs them. Lever's on the left side, mine's on the right side. Okay, I'm at the top of the crop duster trail. Another one I've ridden 2 or 3 times on my bike. Even though I'm on this longer travel bike, I'm still not going to try and hit those gap jumps. Like this one right here. Nope. Okay, that felt pretty good. Yeah, there we go. Suspension's feeling a lot better. That felt pretty good on those landings. That second to the last one, I hit that on my bike. That one actually kind of hurts a little, but it didn't. That felt nice. Small bumps are still kind of rough. I never checked the rebound. Yeah, that felt a lot better. That was the best downhill so far.